All right, Vanessa, I'm sorry to do it to you, but I have to. I need to
Do
ask
it.
you about the Lost World, and I
Yes, do
never
it.
I never like asking the obvious question or one that you've probably been asked about quite a bit, but I find that I'm constantly in a position of defending the gymnastics moment. So it's making me like I have strong feelings about that. I have made my case at great length, but from your perspective, what was your opinion when you read the script and you realized what Kelly's big hero moment was going to be? And then, years later, looking back on it, how do you feel about the scene now?
So the thing that's interesting is because it was such a highly anticipated film, I knew nothing about it when I booked it. I didn't find out that Jeff Goldblum was playing my father until I was in a wardrobe fitting and someone actually slipped. And I was like, wait, huh? Like I had no idea. I just knew I was going to be in the movie. And so I never got a full script. I had no idea that that was actually happening. And I was such a tomboy growing up, very female, lots of female and male energy going on when I was younger. And I just was like, please give me a stunt scene. Please give me something crazy to do. Like, I don't want to just be a kid in this film. Like, I want to do something badass. And then like I remember begging them to let me fall. Like I was like, I don't need any like stunt gear. Just let me do it. I fall all the time. Just let me do it. I'm 13. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing because I actually used to do gymnastics. So I was like, this is so dope. I think it's incredible. I think it's really fun. I think it's such a great example for little girls out there, especially little women, like women of color. Back in the time, you never really saw a young woman of color in an action film, especially with such a significant role helping to defeat the problem. And so as I've gotten older, it's been really interesting because there's the half of the people who are like, this would never happen in the real world. And it's like, well, that's why we're in Jurassic Park. When's the last time you saw a raptor running down the street? It's not real. But there are also fans who have been like, do you realize that Kelly is the only person who has ever killed a dinosaur without an actual weapon? And I was like, wait, what? I'm today years old now figuring that out. So I stand by it. I think it's so badass. I love it and I would do it again.
I love that answer, gives me so much life right now. I can't even.
Okay, good. Because I was like, what am I even saying anymore? I was like, I've been talking for like 2 minutes. Does this make sense?
I I have spoken about that franchise to such an extent I can't even begin to tell you. One more Jurassic question for you, because I am a big
Absolutely.
believer that she should have returned to the franchise at one point in the Jurassic World iteration of it. In your mind, doesn't have to be canon, of course, but what do you think she's up to? And I guess maybe more specifically, what do you think her reaction to the events of Lost World were? Was it a situation where it kind of, kept a foot in the dino situation for her, or was she terrified and just like went the other way?
In my mind, I mean, how do you nearly die from dinosaurs and just walk away like that was a fun trip? You have to change. So in my world, I believe that Kelly kind of reluctantly has followed in the footsteps of Ian Malcolm. After seeing what her dad was has gone through and actually knowing that it's real, I don't believe that with her curious spirit there was any way she couldn't have gone in that direction. So in my world, I believe that Kelly put the uneven bars to rest. And that's when her love of science and genetics really ratcheted up. And so I believe that there is a world where Kelly is probably in the realm of biogenetics and the STEM world, trying to figure out how we got here, what to do. And to be honest, that would have been a really fun perspective to explore. Like it would have been really fun to get a chance to see Kelly again as an adult.
You're making me want like a spin-off series or something now. Like,
I get messages every day about it, every
that's one
day.
of the elements of the book that, like, I understand why they pulled back on it, but there's so much material, like rich material to explore further in there. I love it.